Just adjust my phone a bit. There we are. You know what it is, the Cat in the Hat, your resident fly guy, your chief architect. Well, today it's the Cat in the Cap. Your chief architect, Michelangelo, StarArchitects.com, here to help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to this lifestyle thing. And today we are talking about how to deal with how you feel when it comes to cleaning out your closet. And the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is because so many people think that something like spring cleaning, something like revamping your wardrobe, consolidating your wardrobe, all the things that we've been talking about this week is easy. It's something that you don't have to think about, you don't have to worry about. And that's so not true. And we're actually probably going to do a produced video about this, but I wanted to have this conversation with you because it's vitally important for you to understand that it is okay to not be okay with letting go of some things. Anytime that I'm dealing with a client. Part of the reason why I'm so focused more so on the psychological ramifications, on dealing with your consciousness as much as I'm focused on dealing with the clothing that you're wearing, is because people don't realize that when I step into their closet, when I'm dealing with them, there is a certain modicum of trust because they're giving me access, period. I don't care if clothes have tags on them. I don't care if clothes have, only been worn once or they don't fit you anymore. Any of those different types of things. It's connected to something. If it still has tags on it, then it's probably connected to your value proposition. I thought that this was going to be valuable, and so I'm keeping it for a special occasion, not realizing that that special occasion may never come. So why not wear it out to a nice dinner? Why not take yourself and create a special occasion around that? If it's too big or too small, it's still probably associated with a memory to something that still may be connected to you. So if it's small, too small, what happens for a lot of guys is it's connected to their ego. Yo, I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm gonna lose this weight. How long have you been this size? Well, I've been this size for 7 years. Okay, cool. Have you been working out? No, I haven't been working out. Have you been eating better? No, I haven't been eating better. Then it's probably safe to say, humbly, that you're probably not in the mindset right now to put yourself in a position to lose the weight. It sounds great for you to say, and I can recognize that, family, but that's not reality. That's not your reality because you're not creating that reality for yourself. So even in those spaces, Willie Mays, the website is going to be stylearchitects.com. And you can also email me at info@stylearchitects. Willie, the site may be being revamped. My web developer is working on that. So feel free to just email me at info@stylearchitects.com. We'll be happy to set that consultation up. So what I was saying is again, when we step into a space where I am dealing with somebody and they're saying, now I gotta let go of these things. Now I gotta let go of the potential of me losing weight. That doesn't, you shouldn't let go of that. But you should let go of the things that are not fitting you, because what it's doing is every time that you look at that piece that you just may glance over, it's still going to be associated with something that you haven't done. And so that can create some angst for you. If it's something that's too big, that still may be a reminder of some place that you don't want to go, but you've left that. You have accomplished your goal. You've achieved the thing that you wanted to achieve in that space. And so you deserve to pat yourself on the back and leave that right behind it, right? Leave that weight that you shed right behind it and really start moving forward to seeing yourself and dressing yourself with the very best of who you are. So after you deal with the mindset, and these are the things that we have to start thinking about when it comes to our clothing. It's much deeper than just throwing something on every day. When we're cleaning out our closet, I want to talk to you about some things that you're probably going to deal with and just some quick solutions for dealing with it. So I'm in a place right now of sartorial transition where I'm really getting to a space where I want to create a tasteful curation of my own closet. So don't think that I'm not dealing and wrestling with some of the things I'm talking to you about. And so because of that, because I'm scaling down, I'm having to clean and let some things go. I'm also actually in transition to move into a smaller space because I don't need all the space that I have right now, and it's just causing extra money, right, that I have to shell out. And so because of that, now I'm having to scale down my space, and now I'm having to let go of a lot of things. Well, when you're doing that, one of the first things that you deal with, whether you know it or not, and you're welcome, Willie Mays, definitely look forward to talking to you, um, is the anxiety that's going to come with that. There's gonna be so much anxiety, even if it's minimal or for a short amount of time. There's gonna be a lot of anxiety that comes, and it's because of those things that I just talked about. So the best way to deal with that is to give yourself some time to deal with that. To give yourself some time to pull out that and be like, man, I know I got to get rid of this, um, but I'm gonna remember some good times. Enjoy some little quick memories with that piece. And I know it sounds silly, but enjoy some quick memories. Like, man, I remember I was wearing this shirt when I pulled that bad chick, and you could be married at this point. But the thing that helped me, this was the thing that helped me gain confidence in myself. And I'm so thankful that I had this piece at the time to allow me to start gaining confidence about myself, and that I could go to this piece to gain that confidence and then realize when you were able to let that go. Whether it was the fact that you met, the young lady who became your wife, who made you feel comfortable, and those different types of things. Let that energy go so that that new energy, that new space in your life can actually be cultivated and curated there. The second thing that you're going to have to deal with is you're going to have to deal with the massive space, both mentally as well as in your closet, that you're going to start having as you're letting these things go. And you're going to have a compulsion to try to fill that. Fight it. Don't, once you're at 20%, you need to stay at 20%. I usually recommend for 30 to 60 days minimum before you start looking to garner a lot of new different types of things. And for me, it's because I want you to be able to sit with things, especially if you're not getting any professional assistance in rebuilding your closet, and getting the right necessary things. You need to sit with what you have, because you may find that I was going to these things anyway, and now I don't need to go spend excess money replacing certain things, right? Or trying to fill this void. So you need to be okay in that space. And while you're consolidating and getting down, you need to create three different piles. You have the throwaway pile, that's trash. This is some stuff that's trash, has holes in it, stains, anything that is just not going to be able to be revitalized. Actually, three. You need to have that one. You need to have the update pile. So these are things that are going to be not necessarily thrown away, but we need to take them to the tailor to get an expert opinion on what can be done to either refresh this item, or it needs to go to the last item, which will be the donation pile. Now, the donation pile should be something that you should feel great about, because you're going to be able to help somebody else who may not be as developed as you are. And so this gives you the opportunity to give back. And that actually creates the last level of communication that you're going to create for yourself. And that is just to feel good about letting go and being light with some stuff, and having that levity for being able to move now, and being able to move as yourself. And secondly, feeling good about being able to help somebody else. I always like the commercial. I don't know if you've seen it. It's Love's Diapers, when they're like first child, and the lady, the young lady may be being super careful. They have one great one where the mom and the dad are being super careful, like washing their baby in like a baby tub in the sink and all this other stuff. And they're like second child, he was like, the dad's in the shower, and the mom is like, baby one coming, or baby number two coming, and just pans him the baby in the shower, and he's washing him as he's on his chest. It's the same type of vibe that I think we have when we're first starting to develop our style. We walk into these spaces and we think that everything has to be perfect, that we have to get everything right the first time. And in reality, you may go through 3 or 4 transitions, 3 or 4 transformations, and that is okay. And as you continue to do so, you're going to find that everything that you're consolidating is going to get smaller and smaller. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to have an extensive wardrobe. That simply means that you're going to have a curated wardrobe, because you'll understand what works for you and what doesn't. And the more that you begin to consolidate, the more that you begin to scale down, the more focalized, the more focused and intentional your image will become. And that's my biggest goal for you guys, is to always get back ultimately to the richness, the treasure that is you, and making sure that it always precedes anything that you say and reaffirms everything that you do say, so that your style is always speaking. So outside of that, I want you to try that on, see how it fits you, and I want you to ask yourself this question: how would you feel today's question of the day is, how would you feel if you had to let go of 80% of your wardrobe? And be honest with yourself. Now, you can share this and leave this in the comment box. I'd love to hear those thoughts. Or if you had to scale down your wardrobe due to loss. Let's say you just lost it. How did that make you feel? And then how did you recover from that? That's a better question. If you've ever had to deal with loss of some superficial items that still have sentimental value, whether it was through floods or any of those different types of things, how did you deal with it? How did you recover? And how have you felt since that growth? Like, I would love to hear those thoughts. So outside of that, yo, it's Thursday. You made it to the end of the week again. So be happy. Like, you had another day to live and another day to show up in style. It's a beautiful thing. If you find the information beneficial, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Please share this with a friend who may need to hear it, who may need to be able to let go of certain things and be okay with not feeling the best initially. In doing so, hopefully some of the solutions that I provided will be beneficial. And outside of that, don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind. So you, yes, you, right there, should always dress to express. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.